My name is Brian Beattie and I'm the Medical Director at Innermost Healthcare.
My name is Peter Hepper and I'm Professor of Psychology at Queen's University Belfast.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Peter, perhaps you could fill in the background a little bit. Presumably the whole area of fetal behavioural research is relatively new and very much dependent on developments of ultrasound. Can you tell us a little bit about the background to this type of work?
Yeah, I mean, essentially what we're trying to do is to see how the fetus's brain's functioning. Now, we can't get good information on that, but we can get good information on how it moves, how it reacts. And ultrasound has been absolutely crucial in allowing us to do that. I mean, it's often used, but it's given us a window on the fetus. We can look into the womb, see what the fetus is doing.
Because presumably the problem in the past, people were very concerned about structure. So you look at the structure of the brain, but it doesn't tell you how it works.
And that's one of the big issues, that often, especially in case of drugs, alcohol, smoking, all those sorts of things, you might get an effect on the brain which is not evident in structure, but is evident in the baby's behaviour.
Now you have a particular interest in the effect of alcohol in pregnancy, and I, for one, up until I read your research, was very much of the opinion that small amounts of alcohol in pregnancy, as per national guidance, probably didn't do any harm, but that may not be the case. Is that right?
No. Most of the research on alcohol has been done after the baby's born. We wanted to look at what happens when the fetus is actually exposed to alcohol. And essentially what we found is even one glass of alcohol suppresses behaviour, stops movements, affects how it responds to various stimuli before birth. So a single glass, single unit of alcohol is exerting an effect on the fetus.
And you can see that straight away?
Yep, you can see, and it's quite worrying because sometimes the suppression in behaviour lasts for up to 2 to 3 hours.
So even after the drink as well, truly over and done with, there's an effect?
Yes, and that's one of the worrying things. We see effects when alcohol's in the mother's system, but after 20 minutes when it's gone, we're still seeing effects on the fetus's behaviour. So there's no alcohol left in the mother's system.
So this is not a direct effect of alcohol, this is a delayed effect where there's been some interference with the way that the brain works.
Yes, that's the only conclusion we can come to. Alcohol has somehow caused a change in the fetus, and this is influencing what it's doing now.
And presumably you would want to see now a little bit more caution, because I think the UK is slightly out of step with most of the rest of the world in their advice on alcohol and pregnancy.
I mean, I think the only answer for which there's evidence is do not consume alcohol during pregnancy. There's lots of evidence to support that one glass has an effect. If you drink alcohol, you get fetal alcohol syndrome and so on. But if you don't drink alcohol, you get no effect.
So if you want to play it safe, then don't drink when you're pregnant.
I think that's the safest message we can give.
Peter, thank you very much.